from the inside out. August 29, 2014. When it comes to things that truly matter, truthfully speaking, how adept are you at focusing your attention and time to things? You live in a world where you are constantly bombarded with temptations and distractions. As a result, dear ones, do you ever find yourself besieged with conflict and difficulty to maintain your attention on the things and areas in your life that you consider important? Quite commonly, the association between what you select to focus on and what your present reality is often misread and misunderstood. What tends to happen is the productivity becomes replaced by other busy work, which allows feelings and frustration to surpass your sense of accomplishment or completion. It is important to learn ways that fit your style of living and being on how to direct your focus purposely. The mind always has something fascinating to teach you. By learning to understand how your mind uses your focus in order to direct your attention will provide you with the capability to cultivate a less frustrating life experience. Remember, dear ones, it is you that controls your perception of reality, and you do this by maintaining control of where your focus and attention is. Focus provides you the ability to bring one thing into the center of your consciousness, one thing that is a priority, and everything else becomes de-emphasized. Discovering what your priorities are is an important part of your journey, and over time these priorities will change as you change, but what doesn't change is how focus helps to shield you from outside distractions and temptations. It is well understood, dear ones, that the less focused you are, the more vulnerable you end up becoming to every single distraction and temptation that crosses your path. Every day is a challenge to overcome distractions and to maintain focus on what is important. If you take the time to consider what your priorities are at this present time, you might discover some of them have been influenced by what other people were doing, what they may have advised, and from their expectations on you. Therefore, a lot of what you do has been a reflection, a mirror of outside influences, and before you know it, life becomes a steady routine. You keep doing the same thing you have always done without thinking twice. As a result, over time, your busy mind and internal nervous system becomes greatly programmed through the repetitious routine. What this does, dear ones, is it allows you to continue to maintain your focus on the same things, and at some point you figure out you've been running on autopilot, and this discovery can be quite devastating when it hits. Life is constantly changing, dear ones, and if you were to always follow the same old routine, truly you would be putting your energy and focus in a direction that won't reflect your true and authentic self. What needs to occur, dear ones, before you create priorities that authentically represent your inner self, your true self? It is necessary to take as much time as needed to learn who you really are. In order to do this, you need to be able to step away from the programming of those external influences, and make a point to connect with what your deepest values are, what your beliefs are, what moves you, what fills your passion and motivates you. No one can help you with this. A journey of self-discovery can only be done by you. Such a journey will take longer than a couple of days. Realistically, there is no time stamp on such a journey. When you connect to your true self, you are stopping continuous routine that has brought stagnation to your life. You are taking off any false masks you may have adorned. Connecting with your true and authentic self is not something you would have been taught through predictable ways. It is why so many dear souls struggle with this. They are looking for a step-by-step instruction, with exact rules and guidelines to follow. All the answers you need to discover your authentic self, to learn who you truthfully are found when you take the time to go within. Each person will discover their true selves in a unique way, and their technique will be equally unique. What may be similar is that they needed quiet time, solitude, understanding the necessity of uncovering root causes to feelings and ways and behaviors. There are many handbooks written by many well-intentioned dear souls, but the best instruction comes from following your heart and trusting in the direction it offers you. Following what works for another dear soul may help you for a bit, but knowing who you are truly requires you to focus and put your attention on discovering you, from going within yourself, with no outside influence. This is your time to get in touch with a part of yourself that you may have never met before. Understanding it may take some time before you gain any results. Don't rush the end of your self-discovery. Enjoy the experience, relish in the uncovering of you. You will find as you meander through life, taking time out for solitude, going within, is required once in a while. When life brings change, you change, and it is important to learn how these changes affect you from the inside and how these changes can reflect the person you've become, and how you are able to maintain your focus and concentrated attention. How can you bring more focus and attention to areas of your life that is important that will add more meaning and depth? Remember, dear ones, what you focus on with enough effort will eventually manifest into your life, but its meaning and depth will only be realized when what you have manifested is in harmony with your authentic self. Because you have been accustomed to receiving feedback from external sources for so long, your notion or idea of what your true self is has been greatly tilted in the direction of the strongest of those external sources. Then you have the continuous attack of distractions and temptations that you are constantly exposed to daily, which further inhibits your perception of who you truly are. Becoming more focused on the priorities that are important to you and your life will help you to focus your attention where it will do the most good. Time is not really a question here, because when it comes to doing something that you are really keen on, you will make time, you will find a way. Remember, dear ones, in order for your priorities to resonate with you and your precious heart, it is vital to your growth and development to take the time to discover and to explore who you are, and to become more of your true self. When you are able to do this, dear ones, you are putting yourself in a beautiful position which will align your priorities in such a way that you can bring your focused attention on your thoughts and activities that will help direct you toward a more fulfilling and satisfying life. Focus and attention are very powerful. When they are used in ways that align and support your authentic self, you shine from the inside out. Time is never wasted when you put aside some time to discover your uniqueness, to learn more of your true self. The learning derived from such an experience is exponential. We encourage you to learn to distinguish the true person that you are, before you attempt to harmonize your life. Discover who you are without the influences and expectations of others. Put yourself on an amazing journey, one that will bring you to many wonders of you, an unveiling of your truth, learning to love what comes forth, to appreciate the starkness of your whole self, and to share this whole, true self with the rest of the world in comfort and ease. We are ecstatic for you, for the adventure you will give yourself. Come to my aid, reach to me for guidance if you find yourself facing uncertainty and doubt. My instruction and guidance is firm. By working together, you will get yourself back on track to the uncovering of you, and learning how to bring more focus and attention to the areas of your life that you consider important. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, Serapis Bey through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com